Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. Good morning, Carol. How are you? I'm so excited to be here. I've got lots of Christmas card ideas in my noggin. Let's see, what do we have to talk about today? Well, a couple of things. Let's see. I hope that everybody has been working on their Thanksgiving, document your Thanksgiving, paint along, create along with me. I have been filling in all of my bits and pieces as the days go by, as I remember things. And I've painted some. I still have some more painting to do. I still have some more creating to do. I have more things to fill in. But I feel like let's do more of these in the new year. I feel like that will be super fun. Good morning, Judith. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we are just getting started. So I wanted to share a few things that I've gotten in the mail and some things that I thought might be kind of interesting. Good morning, Melody. How are you? Everybody make sure you have a nice drink. My goal is to drink this whole thing before classes ended because I have my booster shot today and I need to drink my alkaline water before I go get my booster shot. Okay, so here is a big one. Good morning, Keels. Here is a big one. So I have many of these palettes from Prima Marketing. I think they're called Art Philosophy now, but it's all the same paints. And I've been thinking about that I really would like to have everything in one palette so that I utilize more than just my favorite colors. So I ordered this big palette from Amazon and it was, I think $20. It wasn't much. And, I ordered it because, so Tessa and I have been on the search for something like this, and she said you can pop this out and then you can fit 10 watercolor sets from Prima in this one palette. How cool would that be? So that is a project for this week. She actually, that pops out. Ooh, that's good to know. Great big palette for mixing colors. And then this, she said it pops out. I don't know. You might have to stick something in there to pop it out. Anyway. So Tessa has created a swatch sheet and that had, like, you can swatch the colors of the direction not direction, what do I want to say? However you've laid them out here, then she's created a swatch chart for that. And on the flip side, she has what the color number is, what the color name is, and which palette it came from. So that's, I can hardly wait. I'm super excited about that. And like I said, I will put this in my Artsy Arsenal on my website so that everybody can, if anybody wants that, they absolutely welcome to that information. I got something really cool in the mail from my pal Keely. Look at these. So these are tissue papers from Joggles. Has anybody shopped with them? They always have amazing stuff. And these were created by an artist that Keely and I both follow, and her name is Elizabeth St. Hilaire. Is that correct? And these were made in Italy. Shut up. How cool is that? And inside of, she says that they came wrapped in this kitty cat paper, tissue paper. So you know I'm going to be making something out of that. Look how cute that is. Oh, I just love an artsy gift in the mail, don't you? So, one more thing. So you know, Joni and I. Oh, rice paper. Oh, that's cool. That's cool to know. Oh, stronger than tissue. Well, what will I create? I do not know. So I remember I had talked to you guys. I had started this project with Joni and Carmen, and I just finished it over the weekend. I was feeling the need to do something just for me, not for a class, not for an assignment, not for a deadline. I just wanted to create something just for me. And this, oh my gosh, what a blast I had creating this. So, it was a series of techniques, right? But it is created from one sheet of, you can buy big sheets of watercolor paper and cut it down at 6 inches high and then just accordion folded. I don't, you know, maybe I'll do more on it. I don't know. I just look, and then each panel has a uplifting quote and then some doodles with white pen, black pen, white pen, black pen, you know. I was just kind of feeling it. Well, the doodles are all in white pen, but the sentiments are all in black pen. And then I hand lettered the colors of the rainbow right there. So I wanted to share that because I had shared the beginning stages of that with you all. Okay, so today I'm feeling like I have all these bits and pieces of Christmas cards that I need to create something with. And so I have a few things. I really like to mix and match my art printables. And so, oh, my pleasure melody. I'm glad it got there. I'm glad it arrived safe and sound. There's nothing like artsy mail, is there? There's nothing like it. Making a sign for a float in the light parade on the 4th. Oh, how fun. How fun, Carol. You'll have to post pictures so we can see. Did anybody see that picture of that gingerbread house that I posted this morning? Can I just, oh my gosh. It's magnificent. So anyway, as I was thinking about Christmas cards that I wanted to create, and I wanted to do something a little bit unusual, you know. I'm always thinking like that. Anywho, then I started thinking about bits and pieces of last year's Christmas designs that I wanted to make something more with. So I'm going to start with this Carmen art printable. She was the first Christmassy art printable that I created, and she was so much fun. And now Unity has made a stamp out of this, well, a similar kind of art. Anyway, so I have this one piece painted down here. So I thought, let's do something with these. But I was really feeling like, let's do something different. So I got my Pastel Dreams set of watercolors out. And I'm thinking, let's go with this crimson right here. So I've gotten them, I've started the process of getting them a little wet. Look, isn't that pretty? It's kind of a salmon-y rose kind of color. And then I have this color, which is rose, which I thought would be a really pretty base. So I'm gonna add some water to each of these. And let's start. Just gonna start with some, you know, my brain has been a little bit off in the last couple days. I canceled class on Sunday, and here's why. I just before class was beginning to start, I got a phone call from my mom that my cousin Eileen had passed. And I just knew that I would not be able to get it together quick enough to be able to be cheerful Anne. Do you know what I mean? And so, it's a little bit of a reflection, isn't it? Let's see if that, it's a little bit better. Okay, while this is still wet, I think I want to come in with some of this deeper rose, and let's start just working that in at all of the places we know it will be a deeper color, which is the base of all of these petals. Anyway, that was why I canceled class. It's just devastating. My family is just devastated. We just can't believe it. There we go. Oh, thank you, Allison. It's just, you know, it's just, you know, and it's crazy, the way things happen, isn't it? Just, ugh. I was so sad. I was so sad on Sunday. I gave myself a sad headache. Is that even a possibility? Ugh. Okay, now I'm going to take this minty one called Sea Dream. Look how pretty these are together. Kind of do a watery wash of this green. Of the lighter one. And I think I'm going to do the same technique where I add that deeper color right on my substrate, right while the first layer is wet. So I will just tell you, I just took 2 days to just work in my art journal and kind of work out a lot of my feelings. I mean, I'm still super sad, and I hate that I can't be there for her funeral, for her memorial, for her burial. I hate it all, you know. I hate COVID. Okay. Oh, it looks like I need a little bit. There we go. So now let's let that dry. I just wanted to do something a little different, you know? Paint it in a little different way. Anywho, let's see. That's the first time I ever canceled a class. And I just knew I couldn't get it together. You know, how you just know it's not going to happen. This one I believe I did with Copic markers. And I did that no blend technique. That is super pretty. So I'm going to let this dry. Let's see, what else do I have up here in my stack of started things or ideas for things, honestly. let's see, what else do I have? Oh, so I wanted to do some Southwesty ones. So I have my Aunt D art printable. It's just, oh gosh. And you know, so interesting, someone was saying something about, well, it happened, you know, about grief, not about Eileen's passing, but death never comes at a convenient time, right? It just comes when it comes, and so you just kind of have to work through those feelings, and I find that art is the best way for me to do that. Okay, so I think I want to create some pieces that have some cactus, and then I have this piece from the Michelle art printable that I think will be perfect accompaniment here. Hey Trace, we were just talking about Eileen. Oh my gosh, our whole family's just shocked and sad and heartbroken. It's just, ugh. Sad, sad, sad. So let's paint Aunt D. I'm feeling like I really want this one to be kind of a brightish green. So I'm going to bring back my Frankenstein palette over here. I'm going to do this lighter green. And just do a nice watery wash. Hey, I read a quote this morning, you guys, and it was, oh my gosh, it just spoke to me. Here it is. And I just thought it is so perfect for us. Creating art is a dialogue between skills and supplies. Ain't that the truth? So I'm just going to create this limeish greenish. And I just want, I'm just really digging that real painterly vibe that we've been kind of working on lately. And this one, I feel like I really want to do that, that little piece, that little Be Merry banner to go on here. Because, you know, we've talked about the poinsettia originated in Mexico. And so, wouldn't it be pretty with this cactus heart? Hey Tam, how are you this morning? Thank you about my cousin. She is no longer hurting, but her family is, you know? So I'm just doing that dippy-dabby, jiggy-jaggy blend. Kind of getting some of those, I don't know, just working it out. All right. Wait, one more jiggy-jaggy blend up here. There we go. No, this art printable is Aunt D. And so I am creating some Christmas cards this morning, but I'm trying to do some with a little bit of a twist. So this is the Aunt D. This is the Carmen. So I'm creating some unusual, not unusual, but what do I want to say? Original Christmas cards this year. So I want, you know, I'm trying to show that you can mix and match all of the art printables. So I know I want to do this one with this one. This banner. Okay, what else do I have? Oh. I have this panel, a slimline panel from the Trisha that I thought a poinsettia would be gorgeous on top of that. So let's paint that. And this one also has a banner. And I would just always think that banners are like the best, don't you? Perfect. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna paint all three of these the same, in that same lime greeny kind of family, and then this panel too, and then I'll put a poinsettia on here, which would be very cool, Keels. A whole sheet of my cube. Oh, that's an idea. That's an idea. I got you, Tam. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's take a little bit more of the green. And let's do a watery wash on all of these prickly pear hearts. I just love living in Arizona. But you know, I loved living in Michigan too. I just wasn't a fan of the long lingering winter. I liked a little bit of winter, but holy smokes, it lasts forever in Michigan. So let's just continue to fill in these. Well, yeah, you're up in Idaho. You have a long lingering winter too, don't you, Tam? It's going to continue to fill in these, all of these hearts with this first layer of green. Some more out here. Add a little water. Oh, there's just nothing like painting, is there? I was still kind of in my head this morning, which is, you know. But once I start painting, I can kind of work out some of those feelings and move on a little bit. Not completely, but you know, a little bit. It is a round and it is a 4 and it's connoisseur. I kind of dig those. I did put some brushes on my Amazon shop on Anne's Artsy Arsenal on my website. I believe I don't remember if I put connoisseur or if I put silver black velvet. I love them both equally. But you know, you just use whatever you've got. And the more, you know, the way you get better is just by using whatever your supplies are, getting to know all their capabilities. We've talked about that before. The more that you play with your, whatever you have, whatever supplies you have, the better you'll get to know them and you'll have better results. Because you'll just keep painting and playing, and things will just start to happen. And there's just nothing like that magic. It's crazy. Oh, look how pretty those cactus are. Okay, let's do this last heart. So let's do some painting, and then how about Thursday we do some creating, card creating. You know, it is so therapeutic. Oh my gosh, it just does, it just slows my brain down a little bit and makes me so happy. So pretty. We're just, I'm telling you, our whole family. So I get my, me too kills. So many pieces ready to make instant cards. If you are brand new here, I forgot to give you my spiel. If you would follow and like Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. And then if you would ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott, that would be lovely too. And all of my artsy classes and my art printables are available on anncorbierescottdesigns.com. Let's see. Oh, I need to paint this panel. So let's get some more of that green onto the palette. I should have some kind of under paper down, but of course I do not. That's all right. Put a little water down there. Move that color just a little bit more. I like to paint as far to the edge as I can because I know I will die cut this panel, and I love that die cut stitched edge on a painted panel. I love it. It makes me so happy. It looks almost quilty, like quilted fabric or something to me when the die cut goes in the over the stitched edge. Over the painted edge. I love that. Move some of that water down. I could get another brush, but you know what? I'm just kind of enjoying this moment. You know what I mean? This, I'm gonna do a couple more layers, that's for sure. But for right now, I think we're all right. Let's dry it a little bit. Let's see if we can poke that down. Oh, that's so nice, Tam. I would love for them to be here. How is your mom? I haven't seen her in a long, long time. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good here. Can we talk about how much I love that little heat tool from Ranger? Yep, yep, yep. That's gonna be so pretty. Ooh, you know what I was just thinking? This might be pretty too, right? And this art printable, the Carmen, has Feliz Navidad and Merry Christmas. So that might be super pretty on one of the cactusy ones. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I'm running out of space, like always. What else do I have to paint up here? Oh. Oh, that sounds awesome. So what did you guys make, Tam? Okay, so now I'm going to get out for some even more Southwesty stuff. I'm going to get out the Howdy art printable, which I think is, so I drew it to look like tooled leather. Oh, very cool, very cool. So I am going to, I think I'm going to make my leather, well, one panel for sure, I think I want to do red, and then, or maybe I want to do greens. Well, let's start with a brown and see where we go. So I just have, this palette happens to have 2 browns, right? So I'm going to do some, you know what? Let's do some wet on wet. So let's get our water out and a big brush. And then let's just cover this with water. Nice and wet. I've drawn all of the, so I'm gonna come in here and get a little bit of both colors on my brush and then just tap that around and get a nice base color. And wouldn't the poinsettias look beautiful on top of this? Or the cactus heart, right? To Pete. Am I still alive, you guys? Oh, so frustrating. Well, that must have been so fun. There is something about... Hi, PJ. How are you? I am back, Michelle. I am. Okay. You know, I had to hang up on that phone call. So dumb. Okay, so I'm feeling like, wouldn't this cactus heart be pretty on top of here with that banner, with the Be Merry banner? Stop! How pretty would that be? So I think I'm gonna dry this, and then I want to start to build a little more depth in there. I did lots of stippling on this art printable, and so there's automatically some shading there, but we want to enhance it, of course. But just know, you could paint your tooled leather any color you want. right? Like you can make it pink. Shut up. How pretty would that be? Let's do something pink. That might be super pretty with that. So this is the Howdy art printable. With that pink poinsettia. You guys, I'm kind of feeling this poinsettia right here. What if I fussy cut? I don't know. I'm hemming and hawing still. I could fussy cut it and lay it on top of here if I would have made this one pink. I don't know. Still hemming and hawing. I mean, and for that matter, look at these cactus flowers. They could absolutely be Christmassy, right? Oh, can I tell you? There's just nothing like painting to make me feel better. That's what I did for 2 days. I just worked in my art journal for 2 days. Let's see. This one looks like we need to start fiddling with this a little bit more. Like start deepening some of these colors, working on our... Oh, it looks like I need to do the berries. Okay. You know what? Let's cut this one out. This one, I'm loving that. I kind of forgot that I painted that. But I'll be making something cute out of it. Okay. Let's start with, I love to mix and match, Michelle. I mix and match all kinds of things. Oh, that's a great idea, Keely. Oh, you know what? And I have that. I think I just had that out the other day. I do love that stencil butter, don't you? Okay, let's see. So we want to get a little bit of that going. This deeper rose kind of color. So let's pull some of that down. Hi, Kathy Anderson. How are you? So I'm just going to start to deepen at the base of all of these petals. And then, and you'll notice that there's already some stippling there. But then I really want to start working on, this petal is laying on top of this petal. So we're going to deepen right there. Just a sec, Michelle. I'll show you. This is stencil butter, and it is, it's by the Crafters Workshop, and look at it. It is so dreamy and creamy inside, and you can do so many things today. You can do so many things with it. You can, did I say today? Sorry. Don't know where my brain was going with that. Anyway, you can put it through a stencil. You can look at this card. I just rubbed it with my finger. I finger painted a background, let it dry, and it dries lickety split, and then I die cut it around the edge. You can run it through a stencil. Here I ran it through a stencil, and I blended 2 colors. So cool. I'm telling you, it's one of the greatest things in the world. Because it's very open-ended. You know, I just like a product that's, I can use in a multitude of ways. Right, Michelle? Finger painting. It's the greatest. And I give you a how-to on my blog, on my website. And my blog is called Let's Get Artsy with Anne. So I try to put all kinds of things on there. How to, everybody take a drink. How to, lots of how to. So I'm gonna come in with this green and like the most right out of the pan. But I really want to water that down because I want those letters to shine through the text underneath. And so I'm just going to come in with my wet brush, then pull some of this color and do this leaf down here. Same idea. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna rinse my brush. Hi, Molly. Good morning. Rinse my brush and tap, tap, tap it off so I have that damp brush. Now I'm gonna come back with that jiggy jaggy blending technique and just soften those edges. What's that? Looks like a little bit of stencil butter came out of the jar, but it was dry, so lucky us. Okay, so we're gonna rinse our brush again, tap, 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 and then come in and just do that jiggy jaggy blend, soften that edge, and it just, oh my gosh, it just turns into magic. Do the same thing here, jiggy jaggy blend. Tap, tap, rinse, tap, tap, tap. And the trick is that you want to come in with a damp brush, not too watery. There we go. Soften that edge, jiggy jaggy, jiggy jaggy. I'm loving that. I'm feeling like I want it to be just a bit darker here though. A bit deeper, more saturated color. And then let's go up the center vein. That's going to give some really nice dimension and form. And I know that one seems really extreme, but remember we're going to go back with that jiggy jaggy blend. There we go. Oops. And let that sit for a little minute. Come back and do the same thing. Take a drink. Okay, let's see. Tap, tap, tap. Let's dry that and then we can work on our jiggy jaggy blend again. I love how this leaf has gone from deep to almost white at the edge. And that's the way you're going to get some really nice form. Let's dry this. Got one little spot there. One little stubborn spot. I'm telling you, that stencil butter, it's super fun. I think I have all the colors because, you know, I can't not have all the colors, Tam, but I do love it. So I'm wetting my brush, tap, tap, tap on my paper towel. Now I'm going to come in. Remember, we're going to do that back, forth blend when we're going against a curve. And that's just going to enhance the curve. right? I have a little bit of an overshot right here, right there. So let's wet that with clean water, and then let's tap it off with our paper towel. Ta-da! It's all gone. Okay. I'm gonna turn this. Let's come back in, back, forth, and flip it. And do the same thing on the other side, back, forth. I just want that, soften that line, soften that edge. Tap off any excess pigment you have on your brush. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. Back, forth. Let's pull that out. There we go. Tap, tap, tap. Flip. Look at how pretty that is. I just love that it just starts to grow and grow and grow with each layer, you know? I love that. Like I can really start to see the shapes of the petals, okay, let's do back, forth right here. The shapes and like the highs and the lows. I love that. It makes me so happy. There we go. Let's turn. Back, forth. And just really play up that curve. Right? Just little by little. Again, I'm barely touching my brush to my page. But can you see how that is really starting to take shape? So pretty. And a very non-traditional painted poinsettia, but so pretty. So I'm gonna start with this, is called Citrus, this yellow, because I just feel like those berries are kind of more of a warm yellow. So I have this warmish orangey yellow, but I also have this lemony yellow down here, and so I'm feeling like maybe if I just do a little bit of the lemony yellow, let it dry, and then come in with the orangey yellow on top, I'll get some nice dimension. And here's the thing about oh, thank you so much, Allison. You just always warm the cockles of my heart. I just think about that trip where I was asking you all about Alabama the whole way across Arizona and California, because I was drawing in the car. 10 minutes. How crazy is that? All right. So now I want to do a little layer, like just jiggy-jaggy, of the orangier yellow. And then I'm going to come back in with some of this stencil butter. And here's a cool thing about stencil butter. You can also watercolor with it. I watercolored this Michigan. How cool is that? And do you see the shimmer? Oh, so pretty. Okay. So now let's take, look at, there's some right here. So I can take this skinnier brush, wet it, come in, and just get just a little bit of that stencil butter on my brush. And now I can just kind of dib-dab around and get some really nice dimension. Look at how bright that is, and shimmery and shiny. Oh, so pretty. So, so pretty. I'm loving it. Rinse that brush. Close up this. So that's just like one thing that you can do with stencil butters. I'm telling you, they're super, super versatile, and I've used them in a billion different ways. I taught a class for a store in Michigan with stencil butters, and I'm telling you, we just had a blast. I'm just gonna deepen just a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of start to do that thing where we come up the edges of the petals. Give us a little bit more dimension there. Start pulling that color down the sides of the petals. That's going to add to that dimension too. Then we'll come back in and we'll do that same thing with that Jiggy Jaggy blend. Okay, so let's let that sit, kind of percolate, and you know, do its thing. So if you are brand new here, if you would like and follow Corbiere-Scott Designs, I would greatly appreciate it. And then all of my artsy classes and my artsy art printables, which we are painting today, are available on anncorbierescottdesigns.com. Then ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Ann Corbiere-Scott. That's where all the cool kids hang and make lots of cool artsy stuff, and we just share cool artsy stuff that we've seen or we've created, or you know. Now I'm going to come back, do that back forth again. Do that Jiggy Jaggy blend. Soften those edges. But I like leaving a little bit of white that just is a really nice contrast. Okay, this one, turn, 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 back, forth, back, forth. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. Little by little. And this, my brush is barely touching my paper. Wet it, tap it off, and then come back in and do that Jiggy Jaggy blend. Follow it back, forth, along the curve. So it's really, the more you play up those curves, the nicer form and shape you'll get. Here, and just pull that color ever so gently up that side. Tap, tap, tap. Rinse and tap, tap, tap. So pretty. Tap, tap, tap. back, forth, back, forth. And can I tell you, this is already dry. It's crazy. It dries so quickly. Back, forth, back, forth. Keely, will you keep telling me what time it is, because my iPad, the time stopped on it again, and like the video stopped on it too, so I don't know if it was the phone call or I don't know. I don't know. Jiggy jiggy. 4 minutes. Thank you. Just start pulling that down right there. Oh, so pretty. Okay. I'm feeling like maybe I have a little bit of this. See this kind of emeraldy green, well, like an evergreen green here? I'm feeling like I need to pull some of that, a little water, and do a little bit of that right here, down the center. Just to deepen things a little bit. I don't like when things look flat. I like them to have nice dimension. And I'm just painting in some veins because I didn't draw them in. So, see where that goes. Like, I'm liking it better already. Like, I'm liking I know it looks crazy right now, but promise it'll get better. It'll get better and better as we go along. Maybe I need to just hit it with the heat gun a little minute, and then I can soften those edges again. So on Thursday, let's play with putting a lot of these pieces together. So remember that today we played with the Howdy Art Printable, Aunt D, and Carmen. I haven't even played, oh, and the Michelle. I want to do this on some different pieces. So I'm just gonna back, forth, soften those edges. Damp brush, and soften those edges. Like that is, like, I'm liking it better. I'm feeling like it's having more, whoops. Let's do it right here. Back, forth. Ooh, my brush is a little bit too wet. Seriously, barely touching the substrate. Hey, Melissa. Okay, tap. There we go. Okay, time is up. Thank you, Keels. Okay, so let's do some painting this week, and then on Thursday let's put them all together, mix it and match in all of those art printables. Remember, Aunt D, Howdy, and Carmen. And also, you know, some of the other ones too. Some of the new ones, Michelle, Christmas Fodder, Aunt Marge. You know, I got more ideas. More ideas. I love you too, Tam. Have an amazing day, everybody. Thank you so much. I will see you on Thursday. Bye.